Hello, everybody. Hi everyone. Hi, chat. Hello. I can hear myself. Oh my God, where's this happening? Okay, here we go. Hi, Awuga. Hi, welcome. Hi, hello, Awuga. Welcome, everybody. Hello. Oh my God, where's my background music? Okay, I have these tracks to loop. Let's go. Thank you for the congratulations, everyone. Thank you. It has been a long journey, but we are now here. Yay! How is everyone doing? I am doing okay. It is currently 9 a.m. in the morning. I tried to wake up 2 hours ago, and then, stuff. Let me just put on some. There we go. There's some funky ass instrumental. Well, you guys, here we go. I'm gonna deafen so that you guys can hear the funky instrumentals. Yes. Thank you. So I just wanted to celebrate today, after party, and maybe answer some questions you guys had, but really just talk about the album and give myself a little bit of an ego boost, if you know what I mean. Not joking aside, let me just bring out my team. Ooh, wait. Ooh, I'm really loud. Sorry if I'm peeking. Here, let me bring out my team. Hello, guys. You guys are now on Rachie Radio? No.
Hello.
My channel? Yes,
Oh my
something like
God.
that. Welcome everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Yo.
Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah.
I hope you do.
Wait, let's
We're
go.
going down the line.
Let's go down the line.
Okay, hi. I'm Dictate. I do mixing and I also produce music. I did a few of the tracks on this album. And yeah, that's me.
Yeah?
Hello. Hi, I'm Esther. I am vocal editor, tuner, and I also time vocals. I helped tune a lot of Rachie's tracks in this album. So yeah,
Basically everything, except the ones that were already pre-mixed.
yeah.
Basically.
Hi, I'm Canada, and I made most of the instrumentals on the album, like tracks 1 through 8, I think, and track 11.
Yeah, the only one you didn't make was Fireworks Issues and Thought Crime.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Easy peasy. Let's go.
Hello.
Hello.
Is it my turn?
Yes. Hello.
I'm Mitchell, aka Master Andros, and I mixed a couple songs and I yelled at people to do better and redo things.
Yes.
True. Very true.
Very true, yes.
Very
Everyone needs a Mitchell on their team.
True.
Hello everyone, I'm Esky. I made most of the illustrations in the album and the album art.
Yes. Woo,
Yay.
that's my team, everyone. Anyway, yes. Thank you guys all for coming. I'm pretty sure I was more organized in my head, but it doesn't come out that way always. But yes, guys, this is the team. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do this album. Speaking of the album too, this album pretty much started on a whim when I asked. I was talking to Will Stetson about it actually. And I don't know if you know this, Dictate, but he was telling me that he wanted to make an EP of all his existing Yorushika stuff.
Oh my god.
And my dumbass rat brain was like, I can do that. Yeah, let's do that. And so I ended up, I think, putting a poll on the community tab of my YouTube channel, and they were all, and I was asking hey, what do you guys want me to do next for Yorushika? And then from then on, I asked Ikanaide for instrumentals and all that. That was, I think, back in March or April. Probably.
Yeah, it was
It
April,
was
I think.
April, something like that. So from April to what is it now? September? That's, I'm trying to do math. 5 months? 5 months on an album? Is that considered like slow, Mitch? I don't know.
It's like if you sit down full time at it, I think 3 to 4 months is a good average time.
I see. But does that include like art and everything? And like, because we
Yeah.
did the bulk of the work we did like in an entire month.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
Richie still wet since I did. Yes. Yes. Is there a
No
problem?
shame.
Well, not his idea anymore.
It's not his idea anymore. He hasn't put his out yet. Waiting for his move.
Your move, Will.
Your move, Will.
The chess pieces.
Oh my god, I forgot to put you guys' info in the description. I'm a dumbass. Oh no! You know what? I'll do that while we talk. But yeah, so that was how the album started. What else happened from then? Yeah, but the bulk of the work actually only started happening in August and July because that is when I finally had the funding for the album. So I was like sort of hesitant. I was just like, oh, you know, I'm gonna like do this album, but I don't know when it's gonna be done. And then 2 weeks before my birthday, I was like, what if I raised money for it during my birthday? And then from then on, I had to like set a date and everything. Yeah. It's not that I went broke. It's that an album is more expensive than you think it is. And even then, you should add more because like people deserve to be paid like a decent wage, right? No. It's not that. Man, I'm yeah. 1 second. Yes, but yeah, that is basically how this album started. We did the bulk of the work in like 1 month, in like I was gonna say April, I meant August and September. In fact, we were actually working on the album release probably a week before it launched. No, the week, is it 2 weeks or was it a week? I can't remember at this point.
It was a week.
It was a week,
Because
yeah.
it every project.
We finished everything. I think it was 6 days ago, 7 days ago, something
Yeah.
like that. And then I put it up
Yeah.
on DistroKid, and then everything came out. I didn't even know if I was gonna be able to release it on September. Is the thing. I tried to like keep it hush on the download. I was like, okay, I'm gonna push it back a week, but I'm not gonna say anything until it's like fully approved. So I think that like tells you like how tight this album was in terms of like, I mean, like mixing and like instrumental wise, everything's like super tight, you know, but like deadlines are also pretty tight, and that's sort of my fault. There's like a bunch of things that I would do personally different next time, if there is a next time.
Remember when you had to re-record almost the entire
I
album?
was gonna get to that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so there were a bunch of hiccups in this album. I don't know.
A bunch is the understatement.
A bunch
of the
is
year.
yeah, a bunch is the understatement. Wait, I have a question, Ika and Palm. That Jesus Mitchell that you had, was that because of
yeah.
was that because of the phasing issues, or was that
Oh no
Something
no
else,
no! That meme image was it's for the agency website things. Something different.
oh god, how did it turn into that?
That is a
I'm
story
sorry.
for another day in another stream.
In another stream. But yeah, we had a bunch of issues. So I don't know if you knew this, but the EP was supposed to be simple. I was actually just gonna copy Will Stetson's EP style, so it was just gonna be like a compilation of all my stuff. But then it got like super complicated for some reason. But I mean, like, it's not a rachie project if it's not overly complicated and has really bad deadlines that I set for myself and for everybody else. But yes, I am sidetracked. We went through a bunch of things during the album. Thank you for congratulations. I recorded a lot. Not just for like a few songs. Like for Deep Indigo, I completely re-recorded that one, right? But also for like, I think it was Bakudanma, starting from Bakudanma and Hitchcock. That's why I gave up on music. I think I redid some parts of Hole in the Heart, and did I redo Deep Indigo? I might have not redone Deep Indigo, but I had to redo a bunch of those leads because there was some really weird phasing that made it sound like, I don't know if you guys know what phasing is, but like, how do I explain it, guys?
Singing to like talking to the back of your mic, it will.
I don't think the general populace gets it though. It's sort of like, you know when like you guys took like high school physics, right? Like wave physics. Wait, how many of you are in high school? I'm asking chat. We in high school. Okay, you guys know wave physics, right? So if like two waves of like opposite, like out of sync, like crash into each other, they sort of almost cancel each other out, right? Let's assume you guys did, right? They sort of cancel each other out, and that's sort of what happened, but in like a certain frequency on my vocals, and so it sounded a little bit weird. You know when you're like making, like when you're isolating vocals in Audacity, like when you're just trying to get the vocals of something, you sort of like flip either the right or the left channel so that like the waves sort of like crash into each other and cancel them out. That's sort of what happened, but with my vocals, and they were completely unusable. And so it's called wave superposition. I'll try keeping that in mind, but yeah, when you make the same pitch as your water heater and it sounds the same, yeah, and then it sounds weird, exactly. That is a very weird and specific example, but yes, that is exactly what happened. And we had to re-record a lot of the vocals. I don't know, Ika, you were working on this too with like Palm, right? Like how much what did you guys even like try to do, like in a nutshell? Like everything? Everything.
Honestly, it was mostly Mitchell that was working on this. So I think he can explain it way better, honestly.
Yeah, the problem that you have with phasing issues is that there's just like a specific frequency area that is just like muffled, but it's like in a really weird place, and you just can't make it come back. Like you can try like adding noise to like sort of like make the difference a little bit less, and sort of like volume envelope that to the voice to like sort of try to mask it, because there's also an instrumental. But at the end of the day, it's just like if it's gone, it's gone, and you can make it magically turn back.
Yeah, it sounded weird. I think I might still have a snippet of it if I can play it. It sounded really weird too. Was it in Hitchcock, or was it? I think the biggest one was in Bakudanma. Like you could hear the phasing.
It's almost time. With a bomb in my hand and a pair of empty eyes.
It ended up like this.
I'll explode it all high into the sky.
Like it would also just phase at like certain parts of it, right? Not just like, it wasn't like a consistent phasing either.
All the time. The thing is, like, it was mostly on like the SE sounds. So like when you sing like consistent like vowel, like ah, oh, ooh, like, so you wouldn't hear it that much on those kind of sounds.
Right.
But anytime you had like any sort of SFP type of sound, you would like hear it a lot.
Right. It's almost like a very slight. Yeah, it's almost like a very slight echo. And it was just impossible to get rid of, so I had to re-record a lot of that, and thankfully I only had to re-record the leads. If I had to re-record all the harmonies and the doubles, I think I would have just died and just been like, okay guys, maybe next year, we'll do this next year, but
See you next year.
it's not clipping, although I usually do have clipping issues, like in general.
It is just, it's similar. Like clipping is fixable though, mainly due to some specific tools.
Yeah.
Where it like sort of like guesses where the wave should be. And it doesn't sound perfect, but it's a lot more workable than like phasing issues.
For sure. Is there anywhere we can find the instrumentals? I didn't release the instrumentals, but maybe I can just release it as like a separate thing on Bandcamp. I don't know how that works. What's the legality around that?
You can.
Okay, sick.
Just make it pay what you want because you're not directly allowed to profit due to like a license.
Ah, I see. Okay.
That's what I do with Master Andros. I just like
Set it up like $1 or something like that.
I just pay what you want. You're not allowed to like actually profit.
Ah, I see. Well, that's fair. Ika, this one's for you. How do you make instrumentals for covers?
You cry
Yeah, there we
a
go.
lot.
Do you want to talk about
Very
Ite? Ite is playing in the background right now. How about you talk about Ite?
Oh man. Sure. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
So, it has been. Yeah, I see my friend Kate laughing in the chat because she knows the pain I went through for it. But like, basically, I've been working on it since 2018, I think, like summer of 2018, and I kept going like. Because we already released it, right? Like last year?
Yeah,
I
we
think
released
was
it
last year.
probably 2019. No, 2020, I'd like to say. Early 2020.
Yeah, so Ita went for about like 4 iterations. Because the first iteration I was making like for Octavia. Because she asked for it, and then the project fell through, so it was just sitting in my hard drive. So when Rachie asked, I basically, like, I redid most of it, right? And it was fine. But then when we did the album, I actually got like a lot better. I got better equipment and I wanted to redo it. So I started from scratch again. And basically it didn't really have any problems, even in like the previous iterations.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, I just really wanted it to be as good as it could be. So I kept trying. Like the solo at the like near the end of the song, I recorded that 867 times.
No.
Before I was
No,
yes.
no
No
way.
way.
No.
Yes.
No.
867 times. I have proof. And
Pain.
867 times.
yes, and I have like a folder that's like I think over like 3 or 4 gigabytes
Oh my
of
God.
recording. And I kept trying, and it kept not working. And like even near the end, like the week before the album
Yeah.
release, I think Dictate went like, "Oh yeah, by the way, there's this really weird sound."
And
At the end of
I didn't know the pain and suffering that had gone into this, so that makes it even more funny.
yeah, but like there's this really specific little sound, and once I heard it, because Dictate mentioned it, I couldn't unhear it. So I had to retake that whole part right till the last week of release. So
Yeah.
Ita was the
Love it.
most cursed one.
Ite is so fucking cursed. Like even in the first iteration of Ite back in April, I kept asking Ika to redo everything. I was like, oh, there's like a wrong note here. Oh, there's like a wrong thing here. Hey, I think the chord's supposed to be like this. Hey, I think this part is like we had so many like redos at that point too, and the fact that he had to redo it all over again for now is like, I salute you,
like-
my dude.
The worst part, like the weirdest part actually, it's not even the hardest one. Like performance-wise, it's one of the easiest songs of the album. Like even compared to Deep Indigo, it's so much easier.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess the song just hates me. That's the only like.
But now,
actual answer I
but you're
can
finally
give.
done with it. You know, the evil is
Oh, hell
defeated. You
yeah.
can like lay it down in the ground. It's not gonna rise back from the dead. Fingers crossed.
No, that's it.
Finger crossed.
That's it. That's it. Not it. That's it. Yeah.
But yeah, that was aside from Ite. What was like you guys' easiest songs to work on in the album? Like we can go like from above, I guess. From Dictate again. Yeah.
The easiest? Let me think. I think they got like progressively easier as I worked on them. Cause like the first one I did was it Hole in the Heart?
Yeah. No, Deep Indigo.
No,
Yeah.
It was Deep Indigo. Yeah. And I hadn't, so like the workflow basically between me and Palm was that I would mix it and he would master it. and I'd never done that workflow before. So I had to kind of like let go of a lot of the things I'm used to doing to vocals, because there's different mastering processing that could go on. And a big problem for me was that they'd be really bright. And Mitchell kept telling me to turn the high end down. So that was like the main challenge for me across all of them. And it got progressively easier. So I guess the easiest one is
I see.
Tarekimi Hare.
Well, that one was, you actually mixed that one originally too.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually really crazy. Like, I don't know if you guys, you should listen to like the original one that I uploaded earlier this year, and then also like the one on the album, because like they're the same thing, but they sound, the one now sounds pretty, like it's more polished, my dude. I'm proud of you and like your progress.
Thank you.
But yeah, Dictate was actually a last minute. What did you say?
Call that progress.
All that
No.
progress.
Oh my god.
I also saw that Mitch in Discord put in, when you were talking about ite, put in iterations. Sorry, it's good.
She's losing it.
It's good. I'm usually bad at talking, but this I think highlights how bad I am at talking. That's really a skill. It's a skill for sure. Poor guy probably has PTSD from Ite. He probably does, but it's okay.
So anyway, there's a pre-save link in the description if you want to reward him for his hard work.
Yeah. These guys get commissioned. Depends on how well the album does. So, chop, pay up.
Yeah.
They need to live and eat.
Loop.
Pre-save.
Yeah, like go to sleep with it playing on repeat.
Yes.
Also make multiple
Or else-
Spotify accounts on different VPN connections.
Yes. Amen.
Yes.
Okay, wait, we have a question from Ryan. Dumb question. What exactly do you mean when you said so and so mix a song? That is not a dumb question. But mixing is what is mixing? It's making me sound good. It's turning my vocals from ah to ah, you know, like ah.
Yes.
Basically, there's like a quality threshold.
Yes.
I like to say maybe that basically you're just taking the raw vocals and bringing them up to that quality threshold that people are used to hearing.
Yeah, it's sort of like that. It's a difference between singing in karaoke and over the instrumental and hearing it on the studio album, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's turning it wow. Words are hard.
Yeah.
The easiest way to portray it is like if you ever hear yourself talking on like your phone recording, it's like the difference between that and like what you hear in the radio.
Ah. Yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense. Mixing is difficult. I don't know how you guys do it, to be honest. Like it's
Do it a lot.
I know you do it a lot, but like I remember in like in the chat you were just like, there's some weird resonance at 10K, and I'm just like, huh? Like that's really something that you pick up after like years of listening, I guess, and knowing where 10K is on your ears. But yes. What was I gonna ask next? Right, let's go down the list. Mitchell, what was the easiest one for you to work on?
I don't think any of them were easy for me.
There we go.
Those are the phasing issues. I spent so much time.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, like, when I did mix to remix with Dylan before the album, even it already had this issue, but we didn't really find it because the sort of EDM instrumental like covered that frequency range,
right?
So you didn't even notice it that much. So like having to like sort of like figure out what, like, why does this sound bad, and it's like, and that specific phasing area is an area like that is barely not used all the time. So it's really hard to spot. And so I had to like go back like what is it, like 7-8 times, just figure out like why doesn't this sound good, and then it's just like it makes you start thinking like, am I just doing a bad job? It's like it sounds bad. What's going on?
I was also confused when it happened because I was just like, I never really had this like issue with any of the other songs that I put out on my channel as well. But
and the worst part is I just copy pasted the effects from like a previous project. So it's like, this is supposed to sound good. Does not sound like what I expected to sound like.
Yeah.
But then also there's like 10, 15 different effects on it that all do like tiny bits. And so I was just trying to go through them one by one to see if like, is one of them broken out of nowhere?
Right.
And you just have to go through that entire process like dozens of times before you can like actually sort of pinpoint down what is actually wrong.
Yeah. Which is a little bit of a shame because like I actually thought I did better with my like first takes rather than my retakes, which is usually the case whenever I like send out stuff. I'm just like, okay, I've already redone it like 10, 11, 12 times depending on like what I was trying to achieve with that and what physically I can do with my voice. And so when I'm giving retakes, I'm just like, oh shit, I have to retake that specific point in time with like that specific like throat quality and like what fucking emotion was I trying to bring into it, and like how was I like shaping my voice? Like it's always a gamble when it comes to retakes, and I still like think I did better with the Bakudanma like originals than I did with the retakes, but I don't think it really matters at this point. As long as it doesn't phase, we good boys. Is what I'm thinking at this point.
Very true.
So yeah. Wesky, you haven't talked that much. It's probably because you're not on like the music part of it, but like illustration wise, right?
Yeah.
Like what was your process? I mean, like I gave you like that whole document and the Google Slides. Like that's the first time I ever gave like a design brief to anyone, so it was like I don't know what I'm doing. This is sort of what I want.
It was really understandable.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Yeah. What was like the easy, hard, like illustration for me is a nightmare. So I want to hear this from your side.
For me, the easiest was the raining cappuccino one because I know if you only requested one illustration for it, and then you gave me references and stuff, and then you did the magic in the video. For the hardest one, probably the I don't want to give up on music because I made 3 variations of it.
Yeah, you did. You like I don't like Wesky always includes these like extra illustrations for this stuff, and I'm just like, you
have to do my best, you know.
I'm just like, oh, okay, here's more money. But yeah.
But yeah. So, I was for the I don't want to give up music. I was basing it on the actual music video.
Yeah.
I was looking for it for references and stuff.
There's a lot of like really nice shots in that video too, so it's probably hard to like pinpoint just one like still that you wanted to like pick out of everything, right?
It's so pretty.
Yeah, like you could have done like the tower. You could have been like by the side of the hill.
I wanted to do the piano one.
Yeah, the piano one is so cool too.
My artistic capabilities are not there yet.
It's okay. Clip Studio has like 3D stuff, right? We just use
Yeah,
that,
I
or
wanna learn
you
that
could have just
too.
asked me like, hey, can you just put a piano here during the video? Just imagine there's like a piano here. I would have just been like, okay, man, I got you.
A piano.
Yeah, that video. I wanted to do like simpler videos for all of the music stuff, but you know, it ended up with me fully animating Hitchcock in like 1 week. Things don't usually work out as planned.
Oh, that was so cool though.
It was.
When I was watching it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not my best work, but it got the job done. I still think that Ite is better. I still think that the Ite one is better. It's fine. I love how that video came out. Thanks. Were there any big copyright issues when releasing the songs? I don't know how it works with covers. Well, the reason that we did it with original instrumentals is because we would have been hit by like lawyers and copyright people if I just sold the album with the original instrumentals, if it was even provided in the first place. Yes. So yeah.
So it wasn't provided?
What? What'd you say?
So also like there was no instrumentals with it.
Yeah, there were also just Yorushika never gives out their
Oh.
instrumentals, and so like every single Yorushika cover you see online, people had to either take the instrumental from somebody else that's already made it and provided it for free, or they'd had to commission it in their spare time. And so, you know, this album turned out a little bit more. I don't know. This album's probably like. I was probably not thinking when I first started thinking about the album, even though I was thinking, but it was more expensive than I thought it would be, although it was a little cheaper than I thought it would be halfway through working on the project. You know what I mean? Probably not, but it's okay. Chad probably gets it. That's all right. Let me see what else. Like, let me think how to like.
It's like buying a car where you go like, damn, cars are expensive, and then you look at all the fancy cars and you go like, damn, that's cheap.
Yeah. Pretty much something like that. Yeah. Pure awuga power. It was sheer willpower because okay, so the thing is like preemptively I set a deadline for this project, right? And I don't know if that was like a stupid or smart thing to do, but we ended up like making the deadline. Not really making the deadline, but everything was pretty much done by the 27th or the 28th, which was good. So we did make the deadline, but I feel like I put that there because if not, then I would never have been able to hold myself accountable for anything. I'd just be like, okay, now I'm sitting on this money from the Donathon. I'm never gonna get this album out unless it's perfect. But you know, it is what it is. Let's see. I'm pretty sure there were some questions in the in my server from all the events that went on yesterday. Let me just scroll through them right now. I should have had them prepared beforehand, but you know, it is what it is.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live because. Yeah, okay. A lot of the biggest question I keep getting is where can I get a physical copy? Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna handle all of like the physical copies and stuff for Indonesia, but I'm gonna probably open pre-orders either next week or the week after. And then for on the US side for physical stuff, yes, it will happen, but I think it'll take a little bit longer because I have to figure this out. Because I'm not in the States and I can't ship anything out from here in Indonesia. Because if I do, it'll probably be 3 times the price and take about a year to get to you, and it will be cracked. Like the CD will be cracked and bent in places it probably shouldn't. And so I'll have to figure this out. Just the US. I hope it's not just the US. Does the distributor handle Europe as well, Mitch?
No, I personally handle Europe.
Okay, there we go.
Well, technically, I have. I yoink someone's employee.
Awesome.
So as long as I can order it eventually, I don't care how long I'll have to wait. That's fair. How much do you think it'll cost for the US? I don't know. Like
just $10 for the album plus local shipping.
Plus local shipping, most likely.
Under $5, I think.
Yeah. Like 10.
Yeah, I think we'll need to figure it out.
Yeah, we'll need to figure it out.
Are we gonna get the vinyl?
I don't know. I wanna do a vinyl as well, but I don't know how many people will order it. Like I think the art looks good on a vinyl. That's why I sort of put it there. Like if anybody wants the vinyl, like I'm gonna open like an interest check probably on my server and like on YouTube.
Yeah, do the Bandcamp thing maybe.
Yeah.
The Bandcamp vinyl campaign. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Do a vinyl campaign on Bandcamp and see if people want it. And if people want it, then maybe we can make it. I think that would be pretty cool. That'll be pretty fucking pog. I'd order a vinyl. I'd order a vinyl too, just to like frame on my wall. I'd just be like, I did that.
Yeah.
Autographed vinyl physical copy when. Again, I can't ship anything out of Indonesia unless you would like something cracked. So I am not sure, to be very honest, if I could ever do autographed copies. That will probably be a very limited release in the future. But don't make me excited for this. I'm just gonna get your hopes up. I have a lot of like wants for this album, but it may not physically be possible because of where I live. Also, Alvin, hello. Thank you so much for the congrats. Thanks for dropping by. Orders vinyl, hangs on the wall, doesn't have a player. Yep. What is Bandcamp? Sorry, I'm really dumb. Hey, if you go on Bandcamp now, you might just make it for Bandcamp Friday.
True.
Bandcamp Friday is where Bandcamp gives all of the money to the, they don't take a cut, I think, of the fees, or they take a minimal cut of it to help support.
They don't take anything.
Yeah, to help support musicians during the pandemic. So, very cool stuff. Vinyl only on sale at a Wugamart. Yes, only on sale at a Wugamart. There we go. That's the hope. But yes, what's your best song? I don't know. What are your guys' favorite songs on the album? If you guys can still listen to the album at all.
No, I listened to it at work today.
Wait, seriously?
Me too.
Me too.
I listened to it in the car
Huh?
today. I listened to it in the car today.
Mitch.
I listened to
Mitch,
it while I
can you still listen to it?
Me too. I listened.
Me?
Yeah.
Probably can. I just
It's not.
forgot I even worked on it. I just like I finished working on it and
Oh
then
my
I made like
God.
another like 7 songs since then and now.
There we go. You think I don't ever stop working? Mitchell does not ever stop working ever, and he actually produces stuff. Like, is productive. So, let's go.
You mean I got Yame to produce the last song I'm working on?
Hey guys, follow Kiyame. He does a bunch of stuff too. My favorite was Hitchcock, Deep Indigo. Hitchcock seems to hit a lot for a lot of people. I don't know. What were you guys' favorite tracks?
I'm so happy people are saying Hitchcock because that's my favorite one as well.
I actually liked
I like
that.
Deep Indigo. a
Yeah,
lot.
right?
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
Bakudanma surpasses the original. I had a lot of comments on the video otherwise saying like, oh, that has a lot of emotion. And I'm just like, gang, thanks. I think Bakudanma was Bakudanma was one of my favorites though, just because I'm pretty biased on that song. That was my favorite Yorushika song of all time. Still is, sort of. Maybe Thought Crime. Not sure. But I think maybe Bakudanma and That's Why I Gave Up on Music were probably my favorites. I think those are the most painful to record though, I'm not gonna lie.
Why?
Well, Bakudanma
No.
because of all the
No,
retakes.
don't.
That's Why I Gave Up on Music actually surprisingly had a bunch of retakes before I gave the final to Mitchell. And even then, I still had to take more retakes after that. Because I wasn't happy with some parts, but some parts were also phased out. Yeah. Thought Crime and Just a Sunny Day. Thought Crime was relatively easy to do. I actually gave Thought Crime to Mitchell first when it came to mixing, and then I was just like, can I just give it? I think I was like too lazy to re-record some stuff because it sounded weird when Mitchell sang it, so I was just like, I'm just gonna give this to somebody else to mix. Do you remember that, Mitch? You probably don't. It was so long ago. You don't remember anything you work on.
I vaguely remember you mentioning that.
Yeah, Spring Thief. Yeah, Spring Thief was also a good one, but Spring Thief wasn't on the album because there were a bunch of issues with Spring Thief. Like, that was also a very last minute thing because a lot of things were last minute, but this one was super duper last minute, and I made the even more last minute. Maybe it was the last second decision to just like nix it from the album. I was like, fuck it, I don't want this anymore. Like, it was a bunch of things. I couldn't get the stems for the instrumentals, and then I also like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the person who mixed it, Farhan, also the person who did the piano for That's Why I Gave Up on Music, which is beautiful. I think I like That's Why I Give Up on Music because of the piano. It's just so pretty. Was it not dubs in the chat for Farhan? But yeah, Farhan was like flying home that day, and I only asked for the pre-master of it instead of like the stems for the vocals and everything. And so it was just like not gonna work out, especially since I needed a bit of leeway to like make sure that everything was submitted to the music distributor and make sure that we can make our deadlines and everything. And yeah, it's a little bit of a shame, but it's okay. You can listen to Spring Thief on my channel where you're listening to this. Big Think? Perhaps. Why are you guys imitating a Yorushika album with those same songs? If not, then why was Spring Thief left out of the album? We weren't really imitating a Yorushika album with it. Like, a lot of the songs were from different Yorushika albums as well. Now the word Yorushika sounds very weird to me. Thanks. Yeah. If you guys could pick one of the songs to listen to for the rest of your life, which one would it be? Which one do I sing the least? At this point, I don't think I can even listen to like the original songs or the album anymore, to be honest. Yeah.
I can listen to the album. I can't listen to the originals anymore. I don't know why, but even though I made the fucking instrumentals, I can't listen to the original anymore. Like the album, it's fine. I can listen to it, but I don't know. I don't know what happened there, but I guess the album is just so good, you know? No other explanation.
Or is it just because... Oh, can you still listen to Ite though?
We don't talk about it.
Yes,
talk
we-
about that.
Oh god. But yeah, Esther, after like wait, I don't even know when you tune stuff, like, right? Like, do you do like everything all in one go? Everything has to be perfect, or do you go like first pass and then you come back and like fix all the details?
I do exactly that.
Okay.
Because like I do all the bass tuning, and then and then I have to, because I'm like super perfectionist, so I'm just like, okay, I might as well just go through everything at once, and then just like, and then when it's close to like perfect, like not perfection, but when it's close to like complete, like I'm like super particular about certain notes and everything.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know, I find when I tune like something, I just can't listen to it anymore. Because like you can also sort of hear like, because there are always gonna be mistakes that you don't catch, right? Or like
oh my god,
notes that just don't snap correctly. Like even though they're like in the right notes, like they just still don't sound on key for some goddamn reason.
Like
It's
I even
because
hear
you
like
fluctuate your voice a lot.
Yeah.
You do a lot of like dives and dips.
I do.
So there's like no actual like set pitch.
I have to compensate for my very boring ass like voice some way.
it's like that
You
for
do
a lot
the
of my works.
You do the exact opposite of what Juby does.
Yeah, that's fair. But that's why we work so well together. Mwah, at my wife. But yeah, I don't know. I can't. I just can't. Okay, moral of this album is I can't listen to it anymore. But are we happy with how the album turned out? Are we happy?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have to say we're happy,
sure.
or else. Or
Or
else we'll
else-
start thinking about it again.
Just holding us at gunpoint. Yeah.
Remember, it's in the NDA. Not that I made you sign one. Oh, Ivan, thank you so much for the super chat. Hello, new guy here. Just discovered you after searching up Circles by Nonpoint. That's a completely different Circles. Oh. Your cover of Circles by Yusuke Kira popped up in the search results. I gotta say the cover is good. Thank you so much. And thank you for the Akasupa. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. I think the album in the end turned out pretty well. Yeah, I just probably need some time away from it, but you know, there's
Yeah, I was listening to a bunch of like stuff in the similar vein at work today, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna put the album on, and I was really, really impressed with how like consistent it sounded with the rest of the stuff I was listening to. So I was like, oh, we did a pretty good job on this.
that's Palm Mute's magic. That's Palm's magic right there.
Yep. All hail.
Everything, I'll just fix it in the master. It's all good.
Yeah.
Okay, can you pull up the memes on stream?
Yeah. Wait, I gotta pull up this meme. It's so funny. I just gotta.
Now I wish I took more effort to make the memes, but
No,
you know
it
what?
looks fine. It looks fine. Here, let me just save this to my PC and show the meme somewhere. It's on my desktop. Yes, here we go. This is basically Palm the entire album. It's okay. I'll fix it in the master.
Shout outs to Meru for drawing that.
Yeah, shout out to Meru for drawing that. Very, very good. Jesus Mitchell. Maybe after a month of never listening to Yorushika, you can still enjoy it. I don't think I can even listen to like the originals at this point anymore. Like even listening to the instrumentals in the background right now is sort of giving me a little bit of like trauma. I'm not as strong as these guys. These guys are very, very strong. They're probably like
I
used
listen to all the covers that I mix. It's weird.
Why do you do that? I can't even listen to my own covers.
I do that with tuning.
That's insane.
Am I the only one that listened to the album after release?
Probably. After release, I just sort of like,
Damn.
okay, I gotta like tell everyone it's released. Let's go.
I think it's because I finished the work like in July. Like that's when I was done. So it's been 2 months that I stepped away from it.
Yeah,
I think that's why.
I think that's probably why. But also, Dictate like worked on everything last minute as well.
Yeah.
Or is it because like when
I
you're
think
mixing on it, you can't really like enjoy listening to it? It's sort of like nitpicking
Yeah,
all of it.
yeah. I get into this like insane like hyper focus when I mix, where it's like I'm just like zapping around at different parts where I'm like, okay, this is wrong. Okay, fix this.
Yeah.
And then like I blink and it's over.
You think you think we actually listen to the things we mix?
I do.
No, fuck no. Only after I render it.
God, never again.
Never again. I don't understand how people can like. That's very strong on your end. It's sort of like how like people listen to my channel and my voice. I'm just like, I can't hear this anymore. What the fuck? Like I don't check my channel unless I really need to when it comes to like vocals. Yeah, it is what it is. Let me think. What else? Huh. I thought we would have more to talk about, honestly. I planned this for like 2 hours, but I think we might stop at 1.5 hours. But you know what? Let's go through all the tracks one by. How are you guys doing in terms of burnout? Do you still love what you guys do? Oh yeah, you know what? Let's talk about how long have you guys been doing what you've been doing?
Oh man.
Oh man, you just want to go top down?
Yeah, let's go top down.
You should go top down.
Yeah. So, I'm like primarily a music producer. I've been a music producer for like 10 years. But I got into like doing like vocal mixing in 2018 when I met Will Stetson, and like very shortly after I met Rachie, and I've just kind of been like going pretty hard on that ever since. It does get really tiring, especially lately, because like I have a full-time job as well, and this stuff is like also kind of like a job.
Yeah. When did you find time between like work and like sleep and stuff?
So I take Wednesdays off of work to do this. So that's when I do a lot of my work, and also like on weekends when I find time.
I see. Damn. So you basically never like stop working, essentially.
No, it's a problem.
I don't think any of us like here do stop working though, because like even Wesky just sort of pumps up illustration out of after illustration. Like I look on your Twitter and I'm just like, are you okay? Like do you stop working?
I do it for the grind.
You do it for the grind. That's true. Esther, you also do like, aside from tuning, you also like sing and do other stuff as well.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Where do you find time for that?
Well, honestly, I haven't been getting the motivation to sing lately because all I've been doing is just audio stuff. I've been just like grinding on like tuning and timing, and like sometimes I make harmony arrangements and like I think the last cover I uploaded was like, well, the last real cover I uploaded was like 3 months ago.
Right.
Because like I also haven't had like, I don't know, I just haven't had motivation to like sing, but like I think like tuning and like vocal editing is like super fun to me, and it's like you get to work with like really cool vocalists and stuff, and it's like oh, I get to make them sound really cool, and it's like so it's like really,
it is really
like,
satisfying.
Yeah, it's really accomplishing, and I think I've only done it for like, see, I've tuned myself for like I tuned myself maybe like 2 years ago, and then I started tuning other people like around that same time. So like around like late 2019, that's when I started tuning other people. And
Damn,
that's cool stuff.
That's cool stuff. And, like I'm sort of glad that I brought you on as well for tuning, because if I tuned everything myself, like I feel like Mitchell would like probably tear his hair out. Like, because some things I tuned myself for, like the retakes and everything. I was like, oh, I don't want to bother Esther with it. I'm just gonna retune it myself.
No, it's okay.
And then Mitchell would just be like, hey, can you just send me like the raws for this, like untuned, untimed? And I was like, shit.
I mean, it still happened.
What?
I'm here.
It still happened here and there.
Yeah, it still happened here and there. So I don't.
It's okay.
It's because a lot of the stuff that. Sometimes I would take Esther's stuff and I would tune it, and I would time it, and then I would send it to you. And then those were the ones that you were just like, stop, just give me the raw vocals, stop editing, like just sing, like go back to what you were doing.
No, go back. Oh my god.
So I'm just like, but to my ears, like it was like fine, you know. So yeah, I'm really glad I brought Esther on to this project. This would not be possible. Like,
wait, did I ever tell you the story of like how Esther even got all the way over to Rachie?
No,
I don't think so.
Like, I know about Esther because she has worked for Lucy, like
Ying, yeah.
And I just was like, wait, this is like the best tuning you've ever had from any commission ever.
Oh my god.
And so like I was like sort of like lurking Esther for like months upon months.
Oh my god.
And I was just like slowly started recommending her as like a tuner to people to like see if she would like work well consistently.
Wow.
And I guess you're gonna get more work after this.
I thank Mr. Palm for the opportunity.
No, but I knew you from. I just realized you tune a lot for Zero, don't you? For Zell?
Yeah. Sometimes, yeah.
And I was just like, wait a minute, I probably know Esther. Wait. Yes. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember you. I've seen your name around, so that was cool.
Yes.
Hey, somebody says they love the guitar on this album, Ika.
Yay!
Didn't you like
Yay.
switch like guitars and stuff or something like that in the middle of the project, or am I thinking?
Oh,
of some
sorry,
other
my
thing?
internet dropped out. I couldn't hear what you said.
Didn't you like switch like guitars or something like that, like in the middle, or production or something in the middle of the album or something like that? Like you tried out something new?
Actually, yeah, I think so. Like, I started Rain and Cappuccino with the guitar, and I ended up just using another one, like a much cheaper one, by the end of the album.
What?
It was like, yeah. So I don't want to get like too technical, but basically, like, most of the Yorushika stuff is done on like a single coil guitar. Like a Telecaster or Stratocaster, and I mostly use like a Les Paul. And so basically, what that means is the guitar, like the Les Paul, sounds much darker, which was fine for like Rain and Cap,
Right.
because like that song is like darker than the rest of them. But like I started using the Tele, which I have like a shitty Tele for like $200.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I have the same one.
Yeah, you have the same one. Is it the Squire, the standard one? Yeah, perfect. So, yeah, I have like that crap Tele, and somehow it just became like my main guitar.
How many
Like,
guitars
I don't
do
know
you
why
have?
it just sounds awesome. I think most of it is because like Micho recommended like
my God.
an FX chain to me.
Oh my god.
So since I started using that, it just winded up on like 99% of the songs I work on. But yeah, I'm glad people liked it, because like I don't know why, but in my mind I was like, oh yeah, they're gonna notice it's like a cheap guitar. People are gonna hate me for it, but I don't think that matters.
I don't think it matters.
Like, in hindsight.
I don't think anybody can hear it as long as like the tone sounds good at the end, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like
It's
I
like 90%
also,
of the way there.
yeah, I also realized that like actually a lot of people use the same guitar. Even like bigger air quotes people use the same one.
I see.
But yeah, Mitchell in private chat saying, were we talking about how long people were doing music? But yeah, I'm happy people liked guitar. Like I put a lot of effort into it. What guitar, people are asking. No, I don't have a wall of guitars. I just have two. contrary to popular belief.
Damn.
I only have 2 guitars.
Do you also do like the bass? Is that like live bass as well, or do you program that in MIDI?
So it's a mix. Like at some parts I do like live bass and other parts I program it. And it's not even like about playing it. It's just that sometimes program bass just sounds better to me. Like I don't know why. It's because like I'm really like obsessed with getting the right sound, like as similar as equal to the original. And sometimes the bass that I use just doesn't like quite get there. It sounds different. So I think like in Rain and Cap I played like a whole bunch of it. And in That's Why I Gave Up on Music, for example, I only programmed it. So it just depends. It depends on what I want it to sound like. I don't think people notice when it's programmed or when I actually play it, though.
No, I don't.
Like you can't really tell the difference.
Nope, I can't. No, it all sounds the same to me. I feel like these kinds of problems are only like, you know, like when you're saying like, oh, I think people will be able to hear if it's a cheap guitar or not. I think those are problems that literally only audiophiles would know, or people who actually play instruments would know. Whereas like the majority of people on the internet probably don't know at all and don't care, you know? So it's like you're just thinking about it a little bit more than
I mean, in the end, that's why you pay us, you know. So we worry about things that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yay! Yay for money. Am I supposed to say? Speaking of instrumentals, are you gonna release an off-vocal version of the album? Yeah, I'll upload. I'll release it later today. Check my Discord server for updates for anything, cause like sometimes I forget to tweet it out. Sometimes I forget, but I'm always usually releasing updates on Discord. But yeah, there was a question up that I kept missing because I was like, oh, this is a good question, and then I forget it. Now that you have created your first album, is there anything you would change on your approach to creating albums? Yeah, I'd probably get the whole album done first and then worry about deadlines and stuff and releasing later. I just sort of do it like Amanda Lee style, just drop it. And then I'll be like, okay, puts out music videos and then directs the music videos to the album, just so it makes more sense. I think would probably make more sense that way. Yeah. That's sort of my thought process. I don't know. Is there anything you guys would do differently? That's probably hard to.
Honestly. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No. You go ahead.
I think honestly the process was pretty good, at least for me. Like, it took me 2 months to get through all the instrumentals. I did like one every few weeks, so it was fine. But I can imagine now like probably doing everything and then releasing like at the end once everything is done will probably work better maybe.
Yeah.
Instead of like releasing a song every week.
Yeah.
Also for like Spotify visibility maybe.
Yeah.
Well,
I honestly thought you'd say something like, I'd not work on Ite anymore, or like, I'd stop, like... I'll bring back the Ite meme every single time.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I think the weekly schedule is definitely like a shitty thing on my part. It was sort of like my little chuny dream. I'm just like, oh, I've seen people do this online. Haha, I'm gonna do it too, without like actually thinking through about it, you know? Which is how most things get done with me, but... when it's just me, it's like, oh, okay, it's fine. But now I'm like burdening an entire team and it feels bad. Feels bad. Yeah. Is there anything else?
Were we like asking people how long they were doing music?
Oh yeah, we were asking people how long. Palm, you have a bunch of stories probably. You've been around for a while.
I'm like the grandpa here. I
skip Ika?
started doing covers in 2014.
When'd you get into the weeb scene? That's the most important question. We only ask important questions here.
2016, because Sapphire liked one of my tweets when I was talking to this like Japanese rhythm game producer that I knew.
Yeah.
And I just looked on her like YouTube, and she had like this videos like, oh, I need instrumentalists. So I started working with her, and then from there on, I ended up being like, hey, I want to do this more. And then I hit up you and Juby, all the other people in the community, Wai Chang. The only person I haven't really worked with is like Emily.
I see. You've been late, so you basically went down the rabbit hole before it became the rabbit hole.
I made the rabbit hole.
You made the rabbit hole. You heard it here first, folks.
Oh shit!
Yeah. But that's really, you have like just a bunch of experience. Just even in when it was 2014, was that like you starting out with like production, or did you start out like doing other things?
I started production in 2012 to 2013.
Yeah.
Ish. That was just like I played guitar, and I was like, I want to record my guitar so I can play it back.
Right.
And for some reason, that took like 2 years to figure out. I did not know how to Google something.
That's very fair. But yeah.
Yeah. Eventually, I ended up just going on Facebook, and I ended up commenting on this rapper called Not Like Joshua's post. And I was working for someone else at the time, working on this cover of Handlebars by Flowbots. And I basically said like, oh, I'm working on this song, because he was asking like, oh, what are you guys doing? And he replied to my comment like, oh, I'm also working on one. I got like a whole band, blah, 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 blah.
Ooh.
And about a month later, he posted the exact same status again. It's like, what are you doing? And like literally 5 minutes before he posted that, I finished the song.
Oh my god.
So I just like commented like, yo, I just finished it. And he just like emailed me to me right now. And I sent him the song, and he's like, okay, we're also doing this. Like, just replace the solo with a trumpet player, and we're dropping this. And I got like 150,000 views in like a month or so. So like day one, I got like super lucky.
Yeah.
Like almost every song in like the first year all got like 100,000 or more views.
Wow. That's
So yeah, I got like a really lucky start.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's sort of like the start that a lot of people dream, just like making it big on the first go. But it's okay, we know you cool, Grandpa. I think I skipped over Ika, did I? How long have you been doing music?
If we're just talking like playing instruments, then like 10 years, 11 years, I think. I started as like a session musician.
Yeah.
I worked in a studio,
Wow.
so people just called me for like those, oh yeah, we have a crappy guitar player, come fill in. And
Seriously?
so I kept filling in for people. Yeah, and the studio like ended up hiring me.
Oh!
And I worked there a bunch. And then I got into the weep scene because I liked a Vocaloid song. I don't know what Vocaloid song it is though. I wonder. Might have something to do with my name, I don't know.
Oh!
But
Thinking. Was it
I
Ite?
really wonder. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, I don't know. I started doing music production just for fun, and I ended up like getting in a server with like Leeds and Drew.
Ah,
Like, it's well known,
yeah.
yeah. And so I started working with like Mr. Goatee in that server. I don't know if you guys know him.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, he asked for like the first instrumental, and then from there, like, for the first year, it was only him that hired me for work.
Right.
And then I met a few other people, and then it went from there. And then I met Paul Mitchell, and he was like, "Yeah, get good or else." and then when I got good enough, he started recommending me to people, and here I am, basically.
Here we are. Damn. Wait, give me a second. Sorry. I got distracted by Twitter. I need to close this thing.
You're
Oh
streaming.
my
I know I'm streaming. I know.
Just exposed.
I'm
Katie
exposed.
Cat in chat. Economic Katie Cat is in chat.
Oh yeah, I said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, burnt toast. Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the Burn Toast Discord server. I used to be in that one for a little bit. But yeah, let's see. Is there any other question? A lot of them were to do with like vocal takes and stuff in the Discord. And I've already said like I usually do like 10, 11 takes per like whatever line I do just because I'm never satisfied with anything. I think a lot of people in this call are like perfectionists in one way or another. Like, yes.
Yeah.
In one way or another. Except for stuff like this, I'm usually just chill when it comes to talking to people. How many albums have you sold so far? I don't know. I don't want to look. I think I would be a little bit like disappointed probably.
How many albums have you bought? That's the real question.
That's true.
Don't expose me like this. Do you still love singing as much as when it was a hobby? I'll extend this question to you guys. Do you guys still like music as much as you liked it when it was a hobby? And would you ever give up on music? No.
Yeah, it's not the same.
It is
I mean,
different. It's different.
I mean, I was a music major, so.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wesky, how about you? When it comes to illustration, like,
Oh.
do you regret making money from art?
Never. I love money.
I love the money.
Yeah, money slaps.
True.
I mean, yes, it slaps. Oh yeah.
But yeah,
Any money
I
givers
feel
in
the
chat?
same.
We
It
already had a
doesn't,
few. We
it
don't
doesn't
need
hit the
anymore.
same.
It doesn't feel the same. It really doesn't.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
making stuff, the things that you like, a lot of the times does not overlap with the things that people ask you to do.
True.
And so you have to decide, like, I don't know, there's like this whole thing about selling out or whatever it is, but like if you need to make money, you need to make money. And I don't know, I guess we're very fortunate as well that we're able to like actually monetize our hobbies like this. But still, it's not as enjoyable as it was back when I was like 14 and just making stuff in my bedroom, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Gotta get that coin.
Gotta get that
though. Gotta
coin.
survive out here.
We got bills. I have bills to pay, and it's also different now in the scene because back in the day I didn't even have to pay for a mix. Like I didn't have to pay for anything. I would just sort of ask people, just like, hey, could you help me like mix this? Could you help me like do this and do that? And like, people wouldn't charge money. And now they do, and they charge a bunch of money for it, so it's sort of like a necessity.
Type the community in a nutshell. Just ask things for free.
It's
Yeah.
almost like people grew up and they have to pay bills now.
Yeah, it's almost
Basically,
like that
yeah.
now. Like it's almost
Oh my god,
yeah. Do you need me to threaten
Called
people
dirty
to buy
capital.
20 albums again? Yes, please. Thank you. What was the hardest song that you guys had to create or mix? I think we already answered that question. Did we answer the easiest or did we answer the hardest?
the easiest.
Oh,
Yeah, easiest.
hello. What's the hardest? Besides my pee-pee.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Ika, what is it?
Ika, what is it?
I think it could be.
I
Maybe.
think it could be, but we
Maybe.
don't know. I mean, he'd been working on it since like, I don't know, we did one before, but
Yeah, how many versions do I have rendered of a single song? Deep Indigo has 7 versions, so probably that one.
Probably that way, yeah.
Oh. Mine was probably Bakudanma.
That was a bitch to sing. That makes sense.
It's okay.
Yeah, and yeah, I think Whiskey already answered. That's why I give up on
Yeah,
music
I
was
did.
hard to do. But yeah, those were the hardest for me. Vocal-wise, Bakudanma was a bitch. That's why I gave up on music was also a bitch. Deep Indigo was a little bit of a bitch. I think you could hear it because like my previous version of Deep Indigo was very like soft and sad, and this version around it's like angry. I'm like mad. It's also in part due to the fact that I'm just like, why can't I sing this as well as I did before? It's very weird because I sang all my life, right, here in Indonesia where it's humid, but then I moved to the US where it isn't humid, and like humidity matters a lot when you sing. Probably not as much as it does, but I always feel such a difference when I come back home and I record something versus when I used to go back to school and record something. And I think that played a lot into it as well. I don't know which one is better for me. That a lot of bitch in the album, yeah. This album was a bitch, but it's out. That was, yeah. I think a lot of them ended up pretty good though in terms of like music, like in general wise, cover wise. I think the album stuff is some of the better stuff that I've ever done. And yeah, honestly, I prefer your vocals of Deep Indigo on the album, probably because they're newer, but I still think that the previous one was probably a little bit better. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about? I have
a question.
Yes.
What's your least favorite Yorushika song?
My least favorite? Ghost in the Flower.
Yeah.
Oh, valid.
Yeah. I'm gonna rant.
Cancel.
I'm gonna rant a little bit about Ghost in the Flower. It's Yorushika's most boring song, composition wise.
True.
It's boring.
True.
It's like Suis doesn't even do any harmonies on it, and so I didn't do any harmonies on it. Also because I couldn't be bothered. Because I didn't like the song. But no hesitation. People like that because it was tied to a movie. And I still think Usotsuki is the better song out of the two. Although they're still both a little bit boring in my opinion. When you remake the song, do you think this time I want to make it like this? No. When I remake the song, it's purely up to the gods how it goes.
Yeah.
Literally, the ghost of Suis just possesses me.
That's fun.
And she just goes like, okay, you gotta sing it like this. And I just open my mouth and garbled sounds come out. I don't remember anything that goes on during the recording process. I just remember anger.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Oof. Have you guys talked about how you guys decide on track order and release order? I didn't talk to anybody about that. But I was in a Discord call with my Discord mods, my stream mods, Swiss and Frog, and basically I just roped them into it. I'm just like, okay, guys, we need to sequence this album, and it was a lot harder than I thought it would be. Like, I don't know if you guys like have ever done a playlist before, like where you wanted one song to flow into the other and make it sound good. Like, do you guys do that on Spotify, or like, God forbid,
all the time.
burn
All the
CDs? Because we are of that age. But yeah,
I do burn CDs.
oh my god, just play in the car on road trips.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I felt
Fire,
that.
fire. That's where Burson.
Yeah, I used to do that a lot back in the day, but yeah, it's sort of like that. But instead of like, you can't sub out songs for other songs because they sound good, because you have a fixed track list, right? I had a fixed track list, and so I had to like work with what I had, so it was just a little bit more difficult. I burn cassette tapes still, excuse you. Okay, well, okay, Dan, sure, old man. Pop off, I guess. I just hit shuffle and suffer. Did you do that with the album? Did you do that to the album? I'm gonna strangle you. I worked so hard on that track sequencing. I worked so hard on the track sequencing. God damn it. Maybe I work a little bit too hard on the stuff that doesn't matter.
Lost
but
art.
It's a lost art. It really is. Like, I wanted the songs to be able to like transition either like both story-wise and also music-wise. I sort of wanted them to flow one into the other, right? And that's why Bakudanma and Thought Crime and Fireworks of Shoes were all down there, because they had like the warm guitar sounds and stuff like that. Like the lighter stuff were all at the top, well, except for Deep Indigo. It was a lot of thought, okay? The point is, it was a lot of thought. Don't shuffle the album.
Oh.
Yeah?
No, put it on shuffle and repeat and just like play it through the entire night.
Or you could do that too.
Yeah, that works. Yeah.
Like,
First person to 10,000 plays on their own wins a prize.
Wins a
It's
prize. Haha, twirls my hair. This mixtape is fire. This whole entire album is a fucking mixtape. It really just is. It's my little like, oh yes, there is a sad girl and she is going through this. It is a mixtape. It's a mixtape of whatever the main character's life is, whatever. I have a question. Do you plan to release the album in ravioli form? Yes, we have special Yorushika pasta coming out soon on Awooga Mart. Oh shit, I'm shilling out Awooga Mart again. Sorry.
Who handles the distribution for that?
Yeah, that one is handled by whoever the OSHA inspector is that day.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Awooga Mart's great. Why not shuffle? Shuffling is for the weak. It's true. If you can't stand an album, like, honestly, if you don't know the track list, every album that you play in order is going to be in shuffle, you know? Just think about it that way. In Deep Indigo, there's an... Does that express the frustration during the recording process? Yes. That was actually a real that I did at the end of a recording take. And I was just like, maybe I can put that in.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it actually was. Like I just like sort of like
I always thought that was awesome.
I didn't stop recording and I just sort of like let out a frustrated like ugh.
Yeah, that's my girlfriend that asked the question. We were talking about it in the car.
Oh my
They said,
God.
yeah, I'm sure that Rachie just screamed it in the microphone and then used it. I'm 100% sure.
Yeah,
That's
it's
like my favorite part of the song too. I didn't know that.
yeah, that is exactly how most things go. I don't know, like some vocalists, like they do noises, they swear and stuff. I'm usually the person who like when I feel like I sing something wrong, like for 2 seconds afterwards, I just like YOLO the take, sort of like I'll like sing it in an ooh voice, or if my voice cracks, I'll just be like, God fucking damn it, or something like that. But that day I just did not, and I'll usually instantly like stop recording. But at that point I was so frustrated because I've been redoing that take so many times. I think it was like towards the end of the song that I was redoing the take. It was one of the more quiet parts of it, and I just sort of screamed in frustration. I came back, I stopped the recording, I listened to the and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put that in a little bit before, as a treat. Yeah. Don't listen to me. I will listen to it 10,000 times with no remorse. You know, I pop off, Queen. I love you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Any more Easter eggs on the album? Not Easter eggs, more of just like things I sang differently than the lyrics that I wrote down. Because that's like a common theme in most of my stuff. Like, I don't know. Maybe it happens with like, I don't know how to explain it in words, but I can't read and I can't speak. I think you guys know this by now, but I'm pretty illiterate. So whatever's written down, I just ignore it because I can't read. And sometimes that ends up.
I mean, I keep saying VTubers can read.
Hey, I can some. Yes. I really have no excuse. I have no excuse of that. It's just difficult. I was wondering, how did you come up with the album name? Do you want the real answer or do you want the haha twirls my hair answer? The haha twirls my hair answer is, it was just quirky. It's really cute. Like summer blooms. Like how emo, how like angsty is that? It sounds like a fan fiction title. You know, like the summer after high school, like when you're going to university and you're still thinking about, you know, that person that you left in your hometown. Like, oh no, a summer that blooms without you.
Oh my
God. Like, how angsty is that? Isn't that great? No? Oh man. The other thing is, okay, the real answer is, I've spent like, I miss my friends, and it's been 2 years since I have seen any of them in person because I left the States 2 years ago, and there we go. It's not tea. It's not tea. I just miss people that I have not seen for 2 years, And so I was like, this summer blooms without you. This whole album was just me being like, how do I feel? How have I been feeling this last year? I'm checking in. How have I been feeling? And I just sort of put it into the album.
Relating to that,
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What song relates you to the most? Or what you felt the most?
Let me
Loaded question.
let me
Loaded
oh
question.
shit. Let me extend this to you guys. Which song do you relate to the most?
That's why I gave up on music.
You know the real story.
I'm tempted to say same.
Really? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But you know, like the actual like canon story behind that's why I gave up on music.
No,
It's
I don't.
like
No, me neither.
it's about this songwriter who tried to get really popular and didn't, and then yeah, basically they're just like, fuck dreams, I'm giving up on music.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And he dies at the
right.
end, by the way.
Yeah, that sounds about
Can't
right.
relate.
Yeah.
He dies at the end, by the way. So just think about it that way. Is it still
Nice.
relatable?
Nice, dude.
Nice. Let's go.
Dude.
That's my turn.
Because at the end of the music video, he disappears from the dock, right? At the end of the video, he was at the dock, and then like a bunch of like, there's like a montage that plays, and then he disappears, right? He committed suicide there, because you can see that in Nautilus. He committed suicide. Yeah, for reals. But yes, that one's a pretty relatable one. I relate to Hitchcock a bunch. I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my life. Like, yeah.
Ooh, same.
Oh, true.
Deep Indigo and That's Why I Gave Up on Music are on the same vein as well. But if you want to take a look on like my relationship stuff, it's probably either Fireworks or Shoes or Bakudanma, which I think, right? This is my tinfoil hat moment. I think they're the same two. They're the the two sides of the coin. Same two side coin. Yes, flip.
Always saying that.
Yes, I think they are the same song, but written by two different people, which I think is the right thing. I'll talk more about my little conspiracy theories later, but it's canon. It's all canon, and you guys are gonna believe me when I'm done. Commit sewer slide. Yes, two perspectives of the same story, two sides of the same coin, a coin cut from the same cloth. Yes, same thing. English is hard. But yes, that was probably the most relatable one for me. Although I think most Yorushika songs are relatable in general. Like they're the new voice of a generation, if you know what I mean.
They really are.
They really are. Yeah. Them, Zutomayo. Who else makes angsty stuff? Yama, I guess? Yeah, I'm really happy I got to like do a bunch of songs from them too, because I've been like listening to them nonstop since they came out. Like, when did you guys find out about Yorushika?
What's the Yorushika?
Oh, okay. Yeah, sounds good.
Oh my god.
Understandable, sir. Have a nice day. GG Mario.
I mean, it's
I
grandpa for a
honestly-
reason, you know.
Yeah. I think I actually I heard like Will's covers of
right.
him before I heard the actual band, because like he would always get the acoustic versions made, and I was like, I've never heard of this band, but I'm gonna mix this.
Is that how you find new songs most of the time? Just Will gives shit to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like kind of my biggest connection to like the J-pop kind of. Like I'm more into it now because like I've kind of immersed myself in it for a long time, and I'm like, okay, I like this stuff. But yeah, it's definitely like he'll send me stuff.
That's
And
fair.
I'm like, oh, this is dope.
Yeah, they're super duper dope, I think. You forgot to
First
you. I
time
did
I-
forget to you.
You did forget to.
I did forget to you, but no cap. A lot of their songs sound the same.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
thank
get
you.
roasted for that
Thank
most
you.
likely. But
No,
okay,
100%
let me
agree.
roast everybody at the same time. Most of Wawaka's songs also sound the same.
Oh my god.
I think I'm gonna get roasted for that too.
No.
But it's
Oh
true.
boy.
A lot of his old songs sound the
Yeah.
same.
Nah. Boo.
They're good. It doesn't mean like, okay, Yoasobi songs all sound the same
Oh
too,
my god.
Okay, that is
True.
true.
right?
Yeah,
It doesn't
that's
make them
true.
any less
Yeah.
good.
Someone needs to teach Ayase a new chord progression.
They really do need to.
I think Mafu songs sound the same.
Yosaobi songs are literally the same song over and over again.
Yes. I really like their new song though. Love Letter? Love Letter is fun. Even though it still has that little same like chord progression in the middle, I think he really like did good in the new song. Let's see.
I'm working on our
shift the
people
key
will.
one.
What's going on? Two people talked at the same time.
Oh yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I wasn't saying anything important.
Everything you say
Oh,
is
no,
important.
I was just saying that I'm working on one of the new ones for Will.
Oh hell
the
yeah!
RGB one. That one is different.
RGB is also different,
Kinda.
but I'm not
Yeah.
too much of a fan of that one.
Understandable.
Yeah, which is fine. I'm cancelled. Yay! I'm cancelled again. Woo! 2 cancellations under the belt. Let's go, baby. Let's.
I think I actually I stopped listening to the Yoasobi album to listen to this album
Oh,
today.
wait, I am so honored.
Oh my goodness.
Their first album was good though. Like it was good. It's just most of like the recent ones that are sort of sound the same. Are there any songs in the album that made you cry during the recording process? Out of sadness or frustration?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
I cried at the end of the album too because it was finally done. But that's just me. I'm quirky that way. Haha. I think maybe the one that really made me cry was probably That's Why I Gave Up on Music, like in the bridge area. Like that part was also just difficult to sing, so it was a little bit of frustration and a little bit of yeah. I wish I could just do lyrics all my life.
My lyrics are
I
quite
don't
right.
care if they sound good. It was pretty much like that. The entire album though. Yeah. It was a little bit weird trying to sequence the tracks through this album as well, because like some of them were about like music and some of them were about romance, and I'm just like, I gotta make sure this flows right. It doesn't matter. Who do you guys look up to in the music industry? I look up to this dude called Palm Mute, and he became like Master Andros a while back because of reasons. Like I look up to him a lot. Like, no cap. I hope he knows.
No way he'd be in this call right now.
No way he'd be in this call right now. Like he's so cool. Excuse me? Toad singing album when? Yeah, all if you buy Bandcamp, all the beat takes are of me singing everything in Toad. That's not true though. Don't quote me on that.
Donation go on the stream. If we hit $500, there will be a Toad album.
Oh god, if we hit $500 wait, that would be hilarious though.
Cough, cough.
Toad album will unironically get
Okay.
more plays than a serious album.
Do I mind? Not
Oh
really.
my god.
Toad on vinyl. Oh!
Oh,
Oh! You see the vinyl and it's like full of holes because that's how Toad is. Yeah, nah. We're gonna have a mini karaoke. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up because it's been 1.5 hours of me awkwardly trying to talk and do stuff. But thanks for coming, guys. I think we've talked about a lot of stuff that I really wanted to talk about. The most like I really wanted to talk about was just saying how like hard these guys worked on the album, and like you can sort of hear it because everyone sort of feels dead, like sounds a little bit dead on the inside, but that's okay. Don't worry, it's all part of the music process, you know? Like, you can't be a musician if you don't suffer, right?
true.
Being an artist is suffering. Haha, twirls my hair. Being an artist is so suffering. But yeah, anyway, to reiterate, physical CDs, the Indonesia side, I'm gonna be handling it. Maybe pre-orders will go up next week if I'm able to find a supplier for it that, you know, is reliable and can print my whole entire booklet. And then vinyl may happen in a campaign. We'll just check back on my like social media and stuff. And then lastly, everybody put your social media and stuff into the chat so people can follow you and maybe commission you for a good time.
Oh.
We weren't ready. We weren't ready.
Okay, I'll keep talking over this.
There I go.
But yeah,
There we go.
new song soon.
Don't forget to say US only merch
Oh
coming
yes,
soon.
US.
Acrylic
Oh
stand.
yeah, US only merch coming soon. Acrylic stands. Should I show a picture here? Is it okay to show a picture?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
please.
We're gonna have acrylic stands. It's gonna be a limited run, a very limited run. I think it's what, 50 units or something like
50.
that. Yeah,
I mean, we ordered 50. There'll probably be like 5 to 10 that break
yeah.
in shipping.
Woohoo! It's gonna look like this. The art is by who is a very talented artist and whipped this out in one day.
Cute.
This is gonna be an acrylic stand. Yeah! First merch, US only. You guys can follow all my collaborators in the chat and everything, and of course I'll be adding their socials later if I ever public the stream, because I'm embarrassed. This could probably have been condensed into an email. This didn't have to be a meeting. This didn't have to be a meeting. I could have sent this to you guys over like a cute little newsletter with the non-sponsor of our video, Morning Brew. Sponsor me, please. But yeah, this is what it's gonna be like. It's gonna be a limited run. I'll let you guys know over social media and stuff when this happens. But yeah, don't fret if you miss out on the first shipment. There are probably gonna be more runs in the future. Where are updates about the merch gonna be posted? You can join my Discord, because that's like the easiest way for me to like at everybody about everything. Believe it or not, because Twitter can be a bitch, YouTube can be a bitch, but Discord is eternal. And that's about it. GG, Marios. Is there anything else you guys wanted to say about the album? You can tell I'm finally awake at the end of the stream. Anything else? We'll go down the list. I'm putting pressure on you. Dictate. Go first.
It's good. Listen to it.
US exclusive. How about other regions or Indonesia? I don't know. I'll talk about it later and see if I can handle all the Indonesia stuff. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Esther, go next.
I like it.
Yay!
Yay! I got to work on rachie vocals. I think that's a win.
True.
Most people would consider that torture, but I'm glad that
No.
No.
By far, hard no on that.
Okay,
I'm gonna
I
have to
know why
disagree.
from Dictate's side, because we were talking about it the other day. Next
Yeah.
album idea. Oh yes, Ika, before you go, would you like to name your first studio album 867 Shades of Ite? Just
Oh
asking.
my fucking god.
You know,
I'm so glad I'm putting that song to rest.
I feel like it's gonna haunt you as a meme now, though. You're never gonna escape.
Yeah,
Bro, you need to like compile every single take, render them out individually, and upload them to one album on Spotify.
Yes, you should.
I could actually do that probably. The only problem is that it would probably be like over 2 hours long. I'm not even joking. I'm serious.
It's like
I mean, that's a lot of Spotify revenue if
Yeah.
someone just lets it autoplay.
exactly thinking.
No, but really, I'm actually super glad that I got to work on this album. I'm super happy with how it turned out. Like, I'm really happy. This is gonna be like that thing I show people where they ask what I do. So what do you do for this? And they take the album.
Yeah.
Look at it. It's so good. Look at this. Are you looking at it yet?
That is a flex for sure, though. For surezies and realsies.
I'm serious. It's so good. Like, I know you guys just like, because I finished working much earlier than you guys. But in a few months, when you look back at this, you're gonna be like, damn, we were good. Like, that's what's gonna happen. I'm serious.
Hopefully.
It will happen.
Hopefully.
I'm 100% sure.
Hell yeah.
Repeat.
Heck yeah?
Heck
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Do you have any last
Heck
words,
yeah.
Mitchell? Do you have any final
please
words?
save
We
that
never
boy.
read any.
Anyone who hasn't pre-saved it yet, please go to the description, the top link, open that in a new tab right now, and click on the Spotify pre-save.
Save it everywhere. It's already out
This
on
will
Spotify.
convince the Spotify. Oh,
Out.
what?
It should already
Yeah,
be
by
out
the
on
way-
Spotify. Yeah.
Make sure you click save on all the songs. It will trick the Spotify algorithm into vandalizing other people's Discover Weekly
Yes.
with the songs.
That is true.
Please hijack.
Yeah,
it's
actually
it's a
do that.
rachie hijack, but because of Spotify and not of any of my own doing. Yes, it's out. Okay, good night. Why would you call me mommy? That is the worst way to end this stream. Wesky, do you have any other last words to say?
Oh my god, the album is great. Everyone, please listen. It was an honor to work with Rachie.
I love you. Look at
I
the
love
album
you
art.
too.
Look at the album art. Look at it right now on that desk. Wait, I'm gonna make this desk bigger so you guys can see the album art. It's so beautiful. It's like, where's my fucking table? Ah! Look at that! It's so big and so good, and it just looks perfect as an album cover. I love it. Oh yes, it is.
Oh my gosh, I remember like before I was just like a listener, and then getting to work with you, it feels like a dream. So like
That's a little low
It's-
bar of a
it's really
dream,
fun.
if I could say. If I could. Yeah, illustrators are built different. They really are.
True.
They really are.
They really are.
Okay, and last words for me. Thank you, team, for working on this with me. I think I've already said how thankful I am, most likely, but I will say it again. You guys are all great. This album would not have happened without you, and it would not have happened without you, fabulous chat. I see some people from the Donathon here. Thank you guys so much for supporting the album and this project throughout the time that I have been working on it, which is long now. Words are hard, but thank you. Just, yeah. I might not sound genuine, but it's because emotions are difficult. This is the most genuine I have ever been. Ever. So, yes. Anything else? Yeah, stream my album. Is there anything else other than that?
Or else.
Or else. Yes.
Or else.
Remember, it's out for free on like Apple Music and Spotify and other streaming services. So stream it now, or else. That's a threat. Have a fantastic night. Thanks, guys. Remember that we have a karaoke, which will probably not be as awkward as this because singing is great. Other than that, yes, thank you guys so much for coming, and I will see you in the next video. Awuga. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You guys want to say bye too? Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah, bye.
Okay, I'm ending this.
Oh my god.
It's a poor code.